So we have all gone through reading history of human development. And in the history of human development, we are all aware of the picture that I have shown. This is where we started, in the Stone Age. So here, and the stages after, people depended much on their strength, on their hands, on their feet. So they were utilizing the parts, body parts that God gave them to master the environment. When we talk of brain, it was still, the brain was not that huge like today. The thinking at today is so huge. So the brain of these people, if you compare with our brain is more advanced compared to those, but our brain connects with what these people started. If these people could not develop, we could not develop. The generations to come will also discover so much. So because as we keep on moving, we keep on discovering. So this shows you that the world is changing. And so when the world is changing, so the communication changes, the relationship changes, business changes, financial part changes, everything changes. And it's something that you need to understand. Majority of people here lived in rural areas, and the majority of people here were doing small scale production, all small stuff. So they could do all these ones were hunters and the gatherers, so they could eat fruits. Once fruits they are over, when fruits the fruits have been, let's say the season is over, then they move to other parts. But with this period of time, they came to start cultivating. But when they started cultivating, after they developed. But we went now to the period now where there were industries, there were steel, coal, so the kind of communication. Now we could use telephone, we could use it now, cars, and in terms of banking and finance. Now the system changed. We could start using cards with ATM. But now we later went to the internet, the fourth industrial revolution, the third industrial revolution, with the introduction of internet. Internet also changed the way our relationship is. Right now, before we could meet in class and we could see each other, we could teach one another. But now internet has been able to create long distance training. So with the Zoom now, you can see me, you can see what I share, I can write, I can rub. We can teach, we can communicate. You can see the way now our album where we keep our memories in Instagram, in Facebook, and everyone now can access our pictures, our information, WhatsApp group. So you can see a lot of stuff are changing. Now, with this one, today we have moved from that level, we have gone to the digital era, to the information age. With this information is characterized by the artificial intelligence and the blockchain technology. So this is where we are right now. But this is the truth that some of our people, some of our societies are still in this stage of human development. Others, because if you look at the first industrial revolution, people were using steam, people were using charcoal. People are still using charcoal today. People were using steam. There are people who are still using steam today in the first industrial revolution. So you find that the majority of people are still here, and the others maybe in our parts, in our places, they cannot even make their steam machine, steam industry. They cannot even communicate, create their own communication. But now we have been brought these smartphones. So smartphones have come, have found us now still cannot develop ourselves. That's why if you look at the first industrial revolution in this period of 18th century, you can find that it transformed rural agrarian societies. People were farming in rural areas. People were using charcoal and firewood. People were using hand tools, like the hand tools. People were were using animals. So it replaced the use of animals by bringing steamship, steam cars, steam engine. And it also removed homecraft by introducing factories, introducing industries. And so it also it removed the small scale production and increased the large scale production. And it introduced industrialized and the urban societies. You can see urban societies started during this time. Machines and factories which replaced this homecraft and everything. Textile, iron making, and many industries were created, and also large-scale production was done in the first industrial revolution. So it was fueled by the use of steam engine, steam power, use of coal. Now instead of using charcoal, now they started using coal, and then they started using smelting iron coal and so many. So if you could see, they also started using telegraphy during this time of communication. But until today, much of our society is here. We went to the second industrial revolution, whereby there was the introduction of electricity, there was the introduction of petroleum. So the way production was, and they introduced the cars, which used petroleum. They also introduced good communication. They also industries could produce more. The banking system now could start changing. Communication and everything changed. The way people used to live, it also changed, and also governments changed. Now we went to the third industrial revolution, where there is the introduction of internet. So with the internet, you could see now from this first and second industrial revolution, the banking system depended on this note, paper money, and the coin. That is what people could transact in the bank. But with the introduction of the third industrial revolution, which introduced computers and the internet, now the banks now could give ATM. So with the ATM, people could now transfer fund, could use card. But now with also third industrial revolution, then also people could do online banking. Like you can go to the website of the bank, you can put you can log in with your details, you can transact online banking with the same banking. But now with the fourth industrial revolution, which is characterized by blockchain and artificial intelligence, there is the introduction of robots. There is introduction of smart contracts. Smart contracts have been introduced. Peer-to-peer transactions have been produced. The ownership now has become to the center of people. Like people ownership is people-centered. There is no individual owner or this bourgeoisie or this capitalist in the fourth industrial revolution, because everything is decentralized and everyone has got equal chance of developing, of success, because the equal opportunities are available to everyone. There are no secret codes, there are no secret, because everything is transparent, and everything is public. You can go and no one can prevent, no one can overconsume. The consumption of one person does not affect the consumption of another. So it is for you to know how much you want to go, and then you can go for it. So with this series, I'm still preparing these materials. You can see the series of where the world is going. So because now we are showing now the largest technology. We are showing the technology of the latest technology, while our people, their mindset, their level of understanding, their level of technology is still in the first industrial revolution, in the second industrial revolution. Now you bring something which is in the fourth industrial revolution. These people will not accept it, will not take it. It's not that this is bad. It is because they cannot perceive, they cannot fathom, they cannot absorb it. It is too big for them. That is the reason why we decided to give knowledge to any person who comes. We take them through history, we take them through step by step until when they know what is happening now in the fourth industrial revolution. And once they know in the fourth industrial revolution, then they can be able to take the opportunities that are taking place and appreciate and take part in the opportunities that are now available in the fourth industrial revolution. Now, because now the opportunities have changed, the work, everything have changed. The robot, I have a very good picture here. I have a very good picture here. I can show you here this picture. You can see this picture. This is what is happening in the fourth industrial revolution. Yeah, this, you can see this picture here. The fourth industrial revolution combines digital, physical, and biological world together. So with that one, then you can see now human have to integrate, to work, to coexist, to live together with machines, and machines are replacing human beings in every sector. Digital currencies are replacing the fiat currency that we used. The institutions are losing power over technology. The government, if they are not careful, they will find that the power they had, they don't. So we must change. We must evolve. Change is a must. So with this one now, it brings us now to the opportunities that we are doing in the fourth industrial revolution, blockchain technology. And with this one, this is what I'm going to teach you today. So the meaning of blockchain technology, I teach you the characteristics of blockchain technology, and I teach you the use or the function of blockchain. 3 things, but I will put them into details for you to understand, to connect the dots, for you also to be able to appreciate what is to come and to grasp and to be able to do what you are going to get in the coming trainings. So when we talk of blockchain technology, I don't want to complicate. I want to make it simple, because you read so many books in the internet, you find people who complicate things. You go to people, to these consultants who try to make it difficult so that they can collect money in training. But when we talk of blockchain technology, it is a technology which is in the fourth industrial revolution. In the third industrial revolution, we have YouTube, we have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have Web 2, we have digital money like online banking, we have so many stuff there, debit cards and a lot of stuff in the third industrial revolution. Now, when we talk of fourth industrial revolution, it is very clear that human is replaced by computer. This is what is happening. When I finish my materials, I will show you what blockchain has replaced. Different companies have been wiped out. Banking system is now working in coexistence with with banking 4 is wiping out banking 1.0, banking 2.0, banking 3.0. So I will finish, you will see, but what is happening now in the 4th Industrial Revolution is scary. It scares different governments. It is scary. It scares different investors. But it is grace, and it is also scary to some people. It is an opportunity for people who will engage, who will adapt the same way as emails and Facebook and Instagram wiped out stamp. So those people who are selling stamp for the post, letters, handwritten letters, they are not happy with the introduction of internet. And this one has been through history. I was reading today, I laughed. During time for this industrial revolution, 1st or 2nd, some people could break the industries, machines, because it was taking their work. I have laughed so much. So it is the same as now people want to break, to take away blockchain, to take away Bitcoin, to take away, because it is scaring to them. So with what is happening, I want to focus now on one thing, on the internet. Internet, there is internet version 1, which started in the 4th Industrial Revolution, and the internet version 2, which came in the, internet version 1 came in the 3rd Industrial Revolution, and the internet version 2 came in the 4th Industrial Revolution. I want you to flow with history so that you can know how important. I could teach blockchain, but you can think that it is an option. It's not an option. If you want to succeed today, you better engage. If you want your children also to succeed, you need to pave a way for them. That is the reason why this class is a blessing to each and every one. Now, with the internet version 1, it transformed a lot of stuff. We have seen a lot of stuff, but much more is in the transfer of information, transfer of goods, transfer of service. So if in internet, if you could send something from here to here, for example, you send a document on email, you send a copy of what you have. So when you send, you will remain with a copy. You can send the same document to another person. Now, when it comes now to the items with value, for example, money, if you send it on WhatsApp or online, you can still send it to someone else. If you keep your money in your WhatsApp, you can send it to as many people as possible though. So for that case, then there is no way you can transfer something with the value from one point to another without involving the third party. Therefore, we need to have a bank here, we need to have a Western Union here, or we need to have a government here, we need to have lawyers here, we need to have witnesses here, we need to have so many people here. What the bank does, it means that they control your account. So through them, then they can deduct, they can send it to another account. So if you do online, you have to go to the systems of the bank. The bank will verify you have money, then you will send. So it means you need a third party. You need a third party so that you cannot cheat, so that you cannot lie, so that you cannot do double spending. So the third party, you cannot do transaction from one point to another without involving the third party. Now, Internet version 2, which is in the Industrial Revolution, it has created infrastructure which you can send some information or money or something from value from one point to another. And when you send this something to another, this something moves from you. It moves, you don't remain with the copy. So when you don't remain with the copy, it means that the whole world, people in the network, people in this system know that now the true owner of this item is this one. Now the sender now is out of the picture. Now does not have. So this transaction can go through without involving the third party. Now in this fourth industrial revolution, or in this internet version 2, transaction can be done, but we don't need the banks, we don't need the Western Union, we don't need the lawyers, we don't need the government, we don't need any central authority. Individual by individual can communicate, can do transaction, and these people now do not need to verify, and the problem of double spending cannot be done. Why? Because the kind of internet, the kind of network, it makes you send something from one point, it will not remain to you. You send a message, that message is gone from you, it goes to a particular, and every new owner is known. So this is what is happening in internet version 2. That is the only addition. Other things are the same. But the only thing that we can earmark, that distinguishes, that differentiates internet version 2 from internet version 1 is when you send something in internet version 2, you don't remain a copy. So you don't need the banks to assist you in transaction, to assist you in verification. You don't need that. You can do it by yourself, and everyone in the system will know that. So that is what is happening in the fourth industrial revolution. But it uses the same system, but there is only improvement, and is in the transfer of information and the storing of information. Now, when we talk of blockchain, we can see also a lot of changes that have happened in the internet, in the website. Before we had a website which was like a picture, you could just view. Let alone we went to the web 2. Now we can do things on the website. We can do booking, we can do online buying on the website. But we have now web 3, which is in your wallet, which can give you access to the blockchain. Web 3 gives you access to the blockchain. So a lot of things have changed. Now I want you now, this knowledge here, the knowledge I'm giving you is not for business. The knowledge I give you is for you to be able to go to do business, to like it, to understand it, so that when you go to do business, you know exactly what you are doing. So it is a lecture. I give you a lecture. We will teach you how to work, how to do business in other classes. So this is very, very important. Now, what is blockchain then? Blockchain are two words put together, block and chain. This blockchain, I've told you, it is a technology in the fourth industrial revolution, it is the internet version 2. So the network, the files that exist here, these files are called blocks. That's where the name came from. The files which keep information are called blocks. And this file is not one. They are put in a series. After some time, it collects information, maybe 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, another file is created, is put there. It collects 10 minutes. Then after 10 minutes, another file is coming. After 10 minutes, again, another file is coming. So it is a chain of these files are connected to one another. They are connected to one another. They are connected to one another. They are connected to one another. That is why they are called blockchain. It is a chain of blocks which have got information which exist in the in the internet version 2. So it is a block of chain. Now, technically, speaking technically, let me show you technically. This is a block which contains data. So the information that goes to the blockchain network, let's say Bitcoin network or Ethereum network, the information comes from different parts of the world. People do a lot of transactions. So all these transactions are recorded. And these transactions are recorded and kept in a block. So with this block, it contains two things. It contains the ID, like the numbers which represent that block, and it contains the ID of the previous block. For example, when we talk about me and my parents, so they say, okay, who was your parent? This one. Maybe I talk about my son and my parents. So each one. So it means that the first parents, Adam and Eve, will not have their parents. When we put the code for Adam and Eve, for the parents, we put 0. But when you talk of me, you put the code for my parents, then you will put my parents. So the first block is called the Genesis block, the first file. It does not have the previous block. So this ID is called hash. Technically, is called hash. So in the first block of, let's say, Bitcoin, which was created in 2008, it contains the transaction that took place there by the creator. And then after 10 minutes, they locked that block. Automatically, everything is automated. And then the second block was introduced after 10 minutes. So this block, what it contains, how it is connected to the previous block, it contains the data of the previous block, the hash. So the hash, this ID number of the previous block is the starting information, is the starting point of the new block. Another information comes in. So it will record all the transactions that take place in 10 minutes. After that, it is closed with its own ID. After it has been closed, then another block is put in place. This block, the first thing that goes there in is the hash of the previous block, is the starting point. Then other information comes in on top of it, and it shows the date of the transaction and the new owner. It gives everything, it does not give everything. Then it is closed after 10 minutes with its own ID. So this ID represents this block, this file, each file has got its own ID. And now the fourth, after 10 minutes, contains the ID of the previous block, is the first information that goes in. So no more data has been added. This is just I'm trying to create some information. Just like that, this is the information, data has gone there. So it goes after this hash, it closes that. So you can see now, these blocks, they contain information. They contain timestamp, and they contain the hash of the previous block, which connect the new block with the previous block, and they contain their own ID, which represents that ID. And this ID will be a starting information in the new block. That is how blocks are connected to one another. That is how these files keep data. And this is what blockchain means. So don't complicate the thing. It is a file, it keeps information, it has its own ID, the ID of the next block. The block, next block contains the ID of the previous block. This ID is called the hash. Simple and clear. So there is no one file, there are thousands of files. So from Bitcoin 2008, after 10 minutes, new block, and each block contains the information there. So with this one, that is what blockchain means. That is what blockchain means. And with this one, why they put this, they connect them, because they want to make it safe. There is no way you can remove this file. For example, if you go to the shelf, you can remove the file. You can remove the file. You can go in the computer of someone. You can delete the file. You can see all those mafia movie. Someone is erasing the information in the government system, deleting. In many offices, those people with power can delete transaction. They can do anything. Now, with the blockchain, you cannot delete the file, because if you want to delete this file, if you want to change this file, the information in this file, all this information is mixed up. So if you change anything, you affect the previous hash. When you affect this hash, then this block exists because of this hash. So you have affected this. For this blockchain to be valid, for what you have put it to be valid, it has to connect with this one. So you need to change this one number so that it can relate with your, because if you don't change this, it means that this one you cannot change. So when you change this hash here, you have affected this hash. And when you affect this hash, for it to go through, it must be the same as this one. So you have to undo this hash. When you undo this hash, you have affected the hash of the previous block for this block to exist. So you have to undo, you have to hack, to change all the blocks from today, 2021, August, to 2008, to undo everything in 10 minutes, because that has to be done in 10 minutes. If you don't manage to wipe out or to change all these in 10 minutes, you cannot do it. So the speed, the power to do that, it equals to the computer that can take the rocket from Earth to the moon and back to the Earth and to the moon 100,000 times in 10 minutes, going up and going back to the moon and to the Earth, back to the moon, back to the Earth, going to the moon, back to the Earth in 10 minutes, 100,000 times. So if you can have that computer can hack blockchain, especially for Bitcoin. That is the reason why blockchain is safe. Blockchain, for example, Bitcoin, as its heartbeat has never stopped since 2008. People can hack wallets, but they can never hack the blockchain. People who report, they don't understand what they are reporting. This is what it is. This is the knowledge which you get today. Now, since blockchain is safe, let us see the characteristics of blockchain, which makes it different from another database, which makes it different from the internet version 1. So characteristics of blockchain here is very, very important for you to understand. The first characteristic of blockchain is decentralized. Decentralized means it's not centered. There is no center. There is no central authority. There is no authority. There is no governing body. There is no president. There is no one there. Everything is decentralized. What does this mean? I want you to understand, my dear brothers and sisters, blockchain network doesn't have any governing authority or single person that is looking after the framework. Rather, so what is supporting this? It is a group of nodes maintaining networks, network making it decentralized. So it means that there are computer nodes. Like this, it is a group of computer nodes. You can see this picture here. This picture speaks well. You can see the world is always rotating. It is always rotating. But so you can see there are so many dots there. So with so many dots, listen, with so many dots there, with so many dots. These are showing the computer nodes. So who has put these computers? No one has put them. People have, no single authority has put them. People have put, it's like who put WhatsApp on your phone? You put it by yourself. You heard about it. You installed it in your phone by yourself. So the same applies to the blockchain. People understand, they install the software in their computer, and there is incentive to do that because the transaction fees that take place, you get paid. So there is a motivation for people to do that because there is incentive, because they get paid. And it's no one has put them, not a single authority has put them. People put themselves, people from different parts of the world, they want to be part of this. So this blockchain does not stay in one computer. You cannot say this is the computer of the one who created Vitalik Buterin or Satoshi Nakamoto. No, it exists in millions of computers from different parts of the world. To make it safe, there is no point of failure. There is no point you can hack. There is no point you can kill, you can destroy. There is no point you can shut, because when you shut, there are still millions of computers around the world which support and maintain the network, the same way as people have got WhatsApp on their phone. So when a message is distributed in millions of WhatsApp groups and WhatsApp number, so it means that it is decentralized. So this is the first characteristics. So there is no point of failure. Other companies like other applications like Facebook, they have central authority. There is Mark Zuckerberg office whereby it distributes the information. So everything is centered. And so many things in the decentralized, in third industrial revolution, for second, and is decentralized. Now, when you come now to the second characteristic, it is distributed ledger. When we talk the ledger is let's say, is a book where transactions are recorded. So the transactions that take place in the blockchain are recorded in a public ledger. This ledger, this accounting book is public, okay? So how is it public? Because those computers I've shown you, those computer nodes, they receive a copy of the accounting book, the ledger. And any information that comes, it is recorded or it is synchronized in the ledger. So making this synchronization to all this distribution of ledger to the transaction in the blockchain to have public witness. And so any change that takes place in the blockchain or in the ledger is reflected in the computer nodes, millions of them, in seconds. So you can see this picture, the way the information is distributed to millions of computers. So the information is not in one. So there is no way you can go to delete it. You can delete it from one, but other information is kept in different computers. So there is no point of failure. So why this information is distributed to millions of computers? Because of these characteristics. The third one, consensus protocol. Why consensus protocol? Because blockchain is trustless. We don't need to trust any person, because there are computer nodes which have been put in place, which can verify, which can give us the verified source of truth. So we don't need to trust anyone. We don't need anyone to say this is safe, our place is safe. No, because they are already put in place computer nodes which provide a verified source of truth. So these computer nodes verify the transactions which are genuine, then they put them in the block. So the information which goes to the blockchain has to pass through verification process, because what goes to the blockchain has already been verified by millions of computers. So anyone can submit information in the blockchain, like in the WhatsApp group. Anyone can put a message there. But the admin verified, no. This message, please delete it. Admin cannot delete it, but someone can delete or can decide not to delete. But admins can remove someone from the group because they have been given that access. But with the blockchain, anyone can submit information in the blockchain, can do transaction in the blockchain. But since there are no people, it means that we need to put a system which can verify the information that is coming to the blockchain, and the genuine information can be kept in the block, and the information which is not genuine can be discarded. So these computer nodes have been given with the formula, with the condition to follow to verify this information. So blockchain of Bitcoin is using proof of work system, and Ethereum. Cardano and Polkadot are using proof of stake, and some other crypto blockchain. Other blockchain are using proof of authority. So what is taking place, you can see in the picture. The picture speaks well. You can see, yes, information has been distributed to millions of computers. Computers are verified. They make a tick that information goes to the block. They don't make a tick that information does not go to the block. That information is discarded. So you can see what the pictures are doing. The information is going, they like it, they see it is true. Based on the information that has been fed there, the transaction will go. You make a lie, forcing transaction, these computers millions will detect, will communicate, they will say this transaction does not have to go. No one is going to take you to jail, but the transaction will not go. So after the transaction has been verified, it is kept in the block. So there is a hash of previous block. The block, it is connected to one another, it is safe. Makes the most important characteristic immutability. Blockchain has immutability, meaning that these birds are talking. What is another word for immutability? Changeless, unchangeable, invariable, inflexible, unalterable, constant, permanent, unchanging, and enduring. So with this one, it means that this is the key feature of the blockchain. So immutability makes it impossible for a person or entity or any smart person to change, to delete, to manipulate, to replace or falsify data which has been stored in the blockchain. It is impossible. Since in other historical information, there is auditing. People audit because we don't know what is going on behind our back. In blockchain, we have immutability, which enables high degree of data integrity. And this reduces time and reduces the cost of auditing, since verifying information becomes much simpler and effectively redundant. We don't need to verify. We don't need
auditors. We don't need anyone to come because everything is clear. So this immutability increases efficiency of any business that is using this system. It provides clarity to many business disputes. It gives, let us go to check. So we can check, we can view where did this money go. So it enables a verifiable shared source of truth. This is what blockchain means. This is why this is the fourth industrial revolution. The last characteristics which I want to speak today is the open source. The code which created the blockchain is open. The code which created the systems in the banks, in Instagram, they are not open. They are closed. But with the blockchain, its code is public, is available to public. Anyone can view the code, anyone can copy the code, anyone can learn from the code, and anyone can share the code. What does this mean? What does this mean? This means that blockchain now has provided a platform with, when its code is open, it allows people now, you can create application, you can create programs, you can create tools and upload them in the blockchain because the code is open. So when you upload these applications, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, something like that, and you put them there, they will use the characteristics of blockchain, decentralized. They will not have the owner. They will be verified. They will be like the way I've shown you with the other characteristics of blockchain. And no one can take it down. No one can delete. You remember what happened to Trump? They deleted his tweet. Now, when you post something in the Facebook they don't like, they take it down because they have ownership. It is centralized. But when it is decentralized, you cannot delete anything. So it makes it safe. So these applications which have been created, which can be created on top of blockchain technology, they are called decentralized applications, not centralized application like YouTube or Facebook, but they are called a decentralized application like for Surge we are doing, or smart contract. These provide solutions for various problems. At this moment, the world, there are so many of these decentralized applications and open source software which the world is using. Other characteristics of blockchain is peer-to-peer. I have explained about this in the internet version 2. You can send something without needing the third party, because when you send, you don't remain with a copy, so the transaction is between individuals, no need for a bank. Blockchain is secured, blockchain is transparent, blockchain is public, blockchain is faster settlement, lower transaction fees, and enhanced security. So with this now, you know the characteristics of blockchain. Now, in 3 minutes, I'm going to finalize by giving you the functions of blockchain, because now in the net tomorrow we will discuss in details in 1 hour about cryptocurrency, which is the first function of blockchain. Blockchain created cryptocurrency. It brought cryptocurrency because the first blockchain, Bitcoin, created the cryptocurrency. It is the digital currency. So it was used to transfer money from one point to another without needing the third party. So we will talk about there. Another use case of blockchain is in the smart contract. I've shown you about open source code whereby people can create application on top of the blockchain. So with these smart contracts or decentralized application, we will talk to them about them on Wednesday and on Thursday, and we will pick one smart contract for Surge. Then we can go to work for it. We can see how people are making money from that, and it can be their office. So blockchain is also using in banking and finance, in capital marketing, trade, regulatory, in money laundering protection. Blockchain protects money laundering because you can trace where the money has gone, and then you can trace, you can see what is going, where did this money come from, because you can trace where did it go, who put this. So when people are exiting from the blockchain to come to the normal system, that is where you can trace them. So it is used in business, in supply chain management. For example, someone is supplying you. Let us take now the issue of COVID vaccination. People are saying, okay, is this the same, the kind of vaccination? Is it the one which is used there where it came from? People are not aware, are not sure. You cannot prove. But with the blockchain, you can prove, because you can view, you cannot change. You can view, you can check, you can scan, you can see everything. It is used in healthcare. If you go to the hospital, they keep your information in the blockchain. It means that your information can be accessed by any doctor. So if someone now has found unconscious, the doctor can take the ID can go to the blockchain, can see the history, and then can continue with the information. It is used in real estate. Government can do record management, identity. For example, someone is a Chinese. He wants to pretend to be a Nigerian, or someone is a Nigerian. He wants to pretend to be a Kenyan, or someone is a Kenyan. He wants to pretend to be a Tanzanian, or a Tanzanian wants to pretend to be a Nigerian. If your information is already put in the blockchain, you cannot lie. If they go to put the information there, they find, no, you are from Nigeria, go back to your country. So it is very easy. In voting, many people are stealing votes. If you put the blockchain, it is simple. In compliance and regulatory and everything. So we are talking of financial management, accounting. They use this information, record management, you can keep in the blockchain, cyber security and big data management, everything now you can find it there as a functioning of the blockchain. Now, to summarize everything together, now you have seen where the world, I've shown you where the world has come from. I've shown you the blockchain. Now we are starting going into details, because what you are going to learn tomorrow, it is going to be the functions of blockchain, but we are going to concentrate on cryptocurrency. So we will go into details about cryptocurrency. The day after tomorrow, we'll talk about the wallets, we'll talk about smart contracts, and on Thursday, we'll talk about the Forsage smart contract, and on Friday, we graduate. So this team that is learning today will graduate on Friday, and you will have all the skills now to go to do business together with your friends, with your people, because I will have already given you the reason for you to do it, the reason for you to understand things which you could not understand. Through this training, you will understand. So I want to end this meeting, because I have another meeting, because we have another series of classes that we are teaching people in different languages. So now I'm going for another meeting. I hope tomorrow the same time. I want you to come on time. When you come on time, you get the full training. So the recording of this transaction, of this video, I'll post it to the YouTube. You can go later, you can review, and then you can enjoy by yourself. A lot of messages there. Leading various from no unknown. I somehow understand where we are coming from with various internet. Okay, thank you, Ina. Okay, no, there payment. ZRA, I don't understand what you are meaning, what you mean. I have started understanding now. Okay, thank you. Now you have understand. You are an expert, sir. Okay, thank you. Yes, Joseph. Okay, someone has answered that indeed. Thank you. Second, send the record. Yes, I'll send it. Okay. So let us end, because I'm now going to another meeting. See you tomorrow. God bless you.